When the nor'easters blow through New Jersey, flooding the Passaic River, people flock by the thousands to the Great Falls in Paterson in order to witness the spectacle. If you're like most people, this view is about all you'll see, but if you come with me on a short journey, I'll show you some spots where few dare to venture. Instead of walking directly to the top of the falls with the tourists, I'll head in the opposite direction through the abandoned mills. Recently, contracting crews have been busy ridding the Colt Mill of overgrown vegetation. It feels much safer now that the jungle has been cut back. Today, the local homeless who have been squatting here for decades are nowhere to be found. On the wet side of the mill, I get my first look at the river's fury. Here the water rushes fast in the narrow rocky channel, undermining the foundation of the structure more and more with each storm. As I make my way further downstream, I come upon Alfano Island, which in this water is now truly an island. The main bridge has been inundated along with the KCN fried chicken. I stop and chat with a bystander about the rising water. Look at that bridge.
Yeah, I know.
Have you ever seen it like this?
Yeah, oh shit. I've been around here for a long time. I don't live around here anymore. I live up on the mountain.
Right on.
See, we get the rain and bring it down for the rest of us.
Well, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. The water's coming up.
Oh, well, I'll get the hell out before that.
Yeah. Oh, is that your car right there?
Yeah. I'm parking it there because I don't like the slant. I was going to park there so they could see me, but I don't like slanting.
Yeah,
you know?
I hear you.
Because you never know, one rumble underneath the car.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Closer to the bridge, I witness a man in waders clearing debris from the steel walkway. It's the perfect illustration of a human risking life and limb to preserve hard-won property. It's easy to stake a claim on the edge of the river, but at full flood, few man-made structures can withstand the destructive forces of the Passaic. Strong current today, boys and girls. Be careful out there. Above the Great Falls, the water is white-capped and violent. H2O molecules smash against rock and each other as gravity sucks water towards the 80-foot abyss. As 8.5 feet of water cascade down the cliff face, the smell of sewage is strong in the mist. This only adds to the spectacle, which is almost mesmerizing in its sheer power. I manage to walk the bridge across the chasm seconds before police close it off. Now it's time to hop back in the car and head over to Little Falls. Along the way, I take a minute to stop at the footbridge behind the high school. Currently, it's only accessible from the McBride Avenue entrance, as the other end is completely flooded. From this vantage point, I can see the incredible volume of water backed up behind the dam, waiting in its queue to go over the falls, and creating much flooding upstream. I'll choose hell. Thank you very much. Back in the car, I encounter many flooded roads blocking my way as I zig and zag through West Paterson in search of a clear path to Little Falls. Along the way, I spot a flooded Pennington Park and a washed-out McBride Avenue underneath the Route 80 overpass. Here we find that even the police aren't immune to flooding, but people in tow trucks seem to have an advantage. I park the car in West Paterson and walk the footpath into Little Falls. What is usually a cliff on the side of the gorge is now level with the top of the water, indicating at least a 12-foot rise. The current here between Little Falls and West Paterson is some of the most dangerous on the Passaic because of the narrow channel and rocky bed. I climb one of the cliffs leading to the Morris Canal pathway and make my way to the base of the falls. The woods, where I usually take my afternoon strolls, are now rushing with dirty Passaic water. Walking along the top of the cliff, I find myself at the rusting aqueduct and use a rope tied to a tree to get to the edge of the water. That's that good blue spackle, boy. There it goes. Walking on the aqueduct is not safe in any weather, much less in the rain. The steel beneath my boots is as slippery as ice, but I find myself venturing halfway just to get the shot.
It's so scary.
Finally, I reach the end of my journey, the mill at Little Falls, where the power of the river speaks for itself, requiring no narration. I take a look at Beatty Dam from the usual tourist view, and then hop a few fences to get closer to the action.
Antabanez, getting soaked in a place where I shouldn't be.